long and prosper, greetings from Earth, and all that mumbo jumbo. Today I'm going to be reviewing Invasion of the Body Squeezers, Part 1. The first of 2 parts, which have this very beautiful conjoined art piece, that I'm showing right here. Absolutely beautiful, stunning work, Tim Jacobus. But today I'm talking about the first part. So we will not be talking about Part 2, aside from, Part 2 is really where the alien stuff starts. So, if you're expecting a lot of alien-related spoilers, it's kind of like just a lot of, spying on neighbor spoilers for this review. Yeah, pretty interesting book, because this is the Goosebumps 2-parter, and it literally says it on the top of the cover art. This was actually recently used in the Goosebumps Season 2, The Vanishing, and I want to just clarify, yes, those are body squeezers. It's said in the novel, body squeezers, so, yeah. Take that for what you will. I know they're not very accurate, but nonetheless, we have live-action body squeezers aside from the ugly movie ones. Yikes. So yeah, Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 1. With all that info dumped out of the way, let's dive in. And now for the blurb. Oh yeah, there's no blurbs. Series 2000s, making reading a pain. I guess I have to go off memory, and good thing for you guys. And now for the blurb. Jack is spying on his neighbor, and he really wants to find out the truth of what the fuck he's seeing in his neighbor's window, and just what vibes he's getting. Because he's getting some mixed vibes, and he swears to God he sees an alien in his neighbor's house, attacking him. And maybe all gets revealed, maybe all doesn't get revealed. We don't quite understand it, but we do find out that some big shit's about to go down when Jack starts hearing voices after getting nearly hit by a meteor. A very small meteor, but nonetheless. And yeah, that's about the basic plot without spoiling too much. I'll say this, it's probably one of the most average Goosebumps books ever. Or at least one of the most average of its score. Which I can't say quite yet. I almost said it like retard. Yeah, Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 1. It's good. Pretty good. But, it has its own flaws, but for now, let's get into the upsides. There's a lot of smaller things, so let's just barrel through them. Starting off with Jack's weird mental health breakdown in the second half of this book. There's possible implications that he's schizophrenic, which is obviously not true by the end of the book, and Part 2 in particular. But it may be other mental health issues. He's doing things against his own will, which is typical Goosebumps, or kids' horror. But he's also hearing voices, so it's just one of those like, oh, this could be something else, deeper meaning. And even then, it's still like, this is cool. I like this stuff. It's really interesting, and it's a great, kind of horror element to the second half. Matt's basically, his brain feels like he's being taken over by these aliens. And by the end of the book, you realize, yeah, he's being taken over by aliens for fucking sure. Because we see one of the motherfuckers crawl out of an asteroid. Yeah, and it's a great scene, might I add. I wish we got more body squeezers in this book. Common complaint I know about this story, but I gotta say it, I wish there was more body squeezers here, than just the, page and a half that we get at the end of this book of the body squeezer. Well, great description, very awesome scene, that leads into Part 2 very nicely, because it literally, you can just combine these in one book, which, might I say, the UK did it. This is one book. But nonetheless, they also did separate, but whatever. It transitions very nicely into Part 2. So, pretty nice. And finally, like I was talking about, asteroid. There's a big old asteroid hanging above the Earth. And it's just nice to know that, hey, whatever we're getting to, and we like Mr. Fleshman stuff or not, I do, a lot. There's a big old asteroid, and it's definitely got something to do with these. It's a nice backdrop to the story in a way, with this asteroid that we keep hearing about that's hovering over the Earth. I believe we actually had something recently kind of like that in real life. But yeah, pretty freaking cool. And now for my big upside, aside from, I guess, Matt's a pretty cool, sorry, not Matt, Jack. I keep confusing his name. Jack's a pretty cool character, and I like the setting of California, I believe. Mr. Fleshman. I love you, man. Let me buy you a beer. Mr. Fleshman's a great character, and whilst he improves and obviously turns into the masterpiece that I feel him as in Part 2, he's a top 10 Goosebumps blank of all time. Can't say that word because it's a spoiler, but he's a top 10 something of all time for Goosebumps. It's a good thing, let me tell you. Yeah, this mofo has a lot of misdirections I really like, and they're interesting avenues that could have went down for the story, and they briefly did, of course, where he's possibly prop director or worked on props for old movies, and that's why he had an alien packing him. It was an old prop, and why his house is full of weird contraptions. They're old props. Or maybe he works for the fucking government and he knows about the upcoming squeezer attack. Yeah, very strange, but very cool. So, I like those misdirections, and there's some awesome scenes with him. With, Jack sneaking into his house and getting caught, and that whole sequence is cool. Generally, some nice sequences with Jack spying on him, as well as the threatening scenes. I believe there's 2 in this book. It's pretty unnerving. He's a great character. He portrays his creepy neighbor trope in a very good way that keeps you on your toes. So, Mr. Fleshman, props to you. Great character. And now, let's get to my downsides. There's some annoying fucks in this book. The little sister, the parents, and yeah, the bullies, I guess I'll call them. They're not really Jack's friends. They're blatant assholes. Dude, get some fucking better friends. All those characters just don't add anything to the story and actually take away. Because they're so annoying and they're frequent. Go away! You're annoying and disrupting the story. Yeah, these characters are very disruptive to the book, and they really don't need to be here. They really don't. So yeah, I mean, obviously could have had parent characters and sibling, but it's like, the bullies, fuck off. And these guys should have been better anyways. There's family. So yeah, it's pretty sad how most of the characters in this book, aside from our protagonist and our possible villain, I guess I'll call them, because you don't quite know. And of course, the body squeezers, I guess, because they're a cool entity for the page and a half they have. The characters just aren't it. They aren't it. But yeah, moving on to my next downside, this book's bland. Now, I already said I really like this book, and I think it's really something in a way. And definitely not better than part 2. I'll say right now, I prefer part 2. Hot take, actually. A lot of people don't like part 2 as much. I wasn't big on this general book because not a lot of unique things are happening. And it's really only in the second half where things start getting, oh, this is something. This is actually unique feeling, not a trope-filled story. Because this book is like by-the-numbers shit, let me tell you. It's nothing offensive. It's just like nothing spectacular. I mean, there's obviously the spectacle that is Mr. Fleshman, especially in the second part, but he's not groundbreaking quite yet. He's still very good. And then you have some other things I really like. But nonetheless, it's just like, in general, this plot and storyline is just like, yeah, this is the Goosebumps book. It's good, just like, I've seen it before. So, kind of sad in that way. And to better restate what I mean, I just really wish something more out of this story. And now, for the rating. I give this book an 8 out of 10. A low 8, but an 8 nonetheless. It's pretty good. It's got some faults with characters and just generally not being very inspired feeling for when it comes to storyline. But it's got some good stuff like Mr. Fleshman and Jack and some great scenes and some nice misdirection, as well as a great ending. And some nice looming ideas with the body squeezers, and it's just generally a decent time. Hope you guys enjoyed this book review, and tell me what you think about Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 1 down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one with Part 2. Bye.